Piss.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, that was
that's where we left off, right?
yeah, but like
We're done now.
That was it. Okay, I killed stream.
it's been a decade, so
Just remember the last thing that happened in the Roll20 chat window was Rita attacking somebody with an axe. So you guys see him, and he's looking at you, and he just described how he is, and you were about to respond, Rena, and I'm pretty sure Messi broke the moment by breaking the seal. But oh Jesus, Messi, I'm just gonna end your video whenever you do that. So Josh, I'm sorry. What was you literally just said something? You fed her a line.
Yeah, he was weaving weaving a spell in his hands, and he'll look at them and goes, "A commander and a noble attacking guards. That just doesn't make sense."
So I obviously don't know anything about magic, but it doesn't look good to me. So I'm gonna kind of hold my axe defensively and say, what business do you have here?
I work here. What business do you have here, Commander?
Roll me an intelligence check as you see her standing there. Yeah, that breastplate has clearly been formed in a way to fit her. So it looks like it could have been made for her. It doesn't fit perfect, but after you get in a few combats, the armor does kind of shift a bit on you. It doesn't necessarily conform more, it conforms less. So it might be hers. However, you cannot think of any female commanders in this region, at least not this far north. You can't think of a single one. It seems odd.
this is why there's a wage gap.
I think I have more female princes and Turumbar than I do male. I think.
General Iron Fist, that's canon now. So.
That's canon. Yeah, that's right. It's canon.
So as he's thinking, he'll look back and forth, look around, and then he'll just pull his hands back, just letting the spell fizzle. And he'll go, I think we can help each other, but we need to take care of those bodies like right now.
I will kind of like soften my stance a bit, seeing him like having put his hands up and like getting rid of the spell, and I'll just kind of lower my great axe just a bit, not enough, not like a lot, just kind of like okay. Yeah. And I'll just kind of nod. I won't say anything. I'll just nod, and then I'll just kind of turn to Messi or Giannis to try to help.
As soon as you drop the spell and say, I think we can help each other out, I drop to a knee and I'm digging through their pockets to try to find the key to get out of this fucking thing.
Yeah, you dig through and you do find the key pretty easily. I mean, honestly, manacles don't always need a key either. A lot of times manacles don't just need like you to kind of like grab both sides of the manacle and more or less bolt, just turn both because like if you turn one side, it like free spins on the other. So you just need something to like brace the other side and then like turn it to unscrew it. You know what I'm talking about? Like a bolt with a nut. So it's kind of like really, manacles aren't like the most complicated thing. So kind of like you just need to do that to unscrew it. Just doing that like.
I mean, I can help him.
Don't clip that.
Clip it. Somebody on that.
I just looked at my own face and went, what did I just do?
So I'll approach while they're doing that, but I'll keep like a good distance because axes hurt. Mm-hmm. And I just want to kind of glance at the bodies. Can I do any kind of check to see if there's a way that we can make this passable as like an animal might have done these attacks?
Yeah. Do me a favor. Roll me and you don't say this out loud. You just say it in your head. Do me a favor. No. Roll me a nature check.
8.
You honestly, you're thinking this your plan. It's not a bad plan, but it's literally those moments you kind of like have brain freeze. You're like, okay, let's make this look like an animal did this. I saw birds and squirrels. And just can't think like I know there's dangerous angels, but you can't think of it in the moment.
So
yeah.
While you're staring at the bodies, like your mind's racing, you like I can see your eyes darting back and forth. I'm gonna just be like, okay, so we're gonna hide these, right? just to try to break your concentration?
No, we can't completely hide them. They're gonna have to report in. He'll hold his hand out, and then a spectral hand will come out from his and grab like one of the leg pieces that she cut off. And I'll just move it over to on the other side of like the little trapped area.
Oh, okay.
And then go, okay, I'm thinking that maybe we can make it look like animal attacked. Like they went out to go check something and something attacked them, but I can't think right now of what might do it. I kind of have an idea, but I can't think of a large animal that would, I mean,
So,
So Rena, you can roll me. I'm so sorry. I'll let you finish speaking, then I'll have Rena roll something. I'm sorry.
so we could
I'm
have
at
hide
him,
him.
but that's fine. You know, whatever.
So we could have hide him in the woods, right?
we can't just hide them. They're gonna have to report for duty. We have to make it look like something happened. And if it looks like an axe cut a guy's head off, they're gonna think an axe cut a guy's head off.
What if they just never find him?
That's gonna raise the alarm.
Yeah, that'll raise more red flags than just seeing an accident that happened here.
There's gonna be You see, you think them finding a dead body is better for us than them not finding anything?
Rena, you can roll a nature check with advantage because of your ability. You know this region very well.
Big Bird.
This is the song.
I really want to do the voice. Oh.
Rena,
Wow.
that's a really good roll. So you actually know this region pretty well. You know that while there are grizzlies and whatnot that live around here, they're kind of rare and avoid where people are. What's more likely to come over where people are cougars, mountain lions, like that kind of a creature, it's like a large cat, or like coyotes are willing to. Coyotes are actually, when their pack gets big enough, they're actually ballsy enough to even, mess with people that are injured. Like, so the idea of somebody's leg being caught in a trap, coyotes would test that. They can smell the blood. They can see the injury. They would actually test that situation. But
I'll say, oh, okay. I know that a lot of coyotes kind of live in the area, so it's not impossible that a pack of them came through here after somebody got caught in this trap. Considering the guy said that this was poisoned so that his legs maybe started rotting or whatever, and I could always, I don't know, chop it up some more to make it look like this was more of a hack job instead of just a clean cut.
Well, all right, hold on a second. He's gonna grab one of the books that he has strapped to himself in leather. He's gonna open it up, and it's actually hollowed out, and inside of it is a disguise kit. And he's gonna start looking at it and go, I might be able to make it look. It won't hold up to like medical examining, but if they don't find it till the morning, maybe coyotes will come by. I don't know. I have another idea. I close my book and I snap my finger, and a weasel will appear on my shoulder, and I go, "You mind chewing up a little bit, buddy?" As I talk to the weasel.
I'll just kind of stare at him like.
is this a particularly large weasel?
No, it's a familiar. It's just a weasel.
Like a ferret?
Like a large ferret, right?
Yeah, like a ferret. Yeah.
Could
It's like I had a weasel and I can't remember the noises it used to make. I remember it used to hop. I've had a ferret. It used to hop back and forth when I played with it. Like,
It'd be easier if it was a fox, which you know what a fox says. No?
Ting, 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 ting. Oh, okay, sorry.
oh god, my wife's might hate me because she's about to hear this, but ring a ding 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 ding, ring a ding 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 ding, ring a ding. What the fuck say?
Could we bait some coyotes over? Have them tear at what's left?
I don't know if we've got the time.
Yeah, that might take a little bit.
Yeah.
So with my disguise kit, do I think I can doctor these at least some of the limbs to look like maybe they dragged the rest of the body off, and we can just like shove the limb into the trap?
With a doctor kit and somebody who doesn't mind doing a little bit of gruesome work with a knife, absolutely you can.
All right, this is gross. And I'm just gonna use Mage Hand again to pick up the leg and just shove it into the hole, into the trap.
So,
And,
Sorry. So you can definitely do that if you'd like. You can roll me a disguise kit. Obviously, they're trying to do the best they can to assist you in this matter. They're not going to give you advantage. They just make it so you don't have disadvantage because of what it is that you're trying to do. So you're going to be rolling a normal doctor kit. Sorry, disguise kit check.
I'm trying to
All
think
right.
of...
What mod?
Oh, my apologies. I would say probably intelligence because you're trying to craft this well. You're being a bit meticulous. Do you want to modify that?
I mean, I don't think 4 is gonna even help. What do you guys think? This is you guys getting caught and the alarm going off.
Remember, you're rolling against NPCs, but I mean, a
Do
9 might be good. A 9 might be bad. Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yeah, just do.
11.
Okay, so you get an 11 on the check. Cool, and now you guys know you have 2 dice left in the pool. So you bring the thing over, and Rena, I imagine, with her axe, just kind of like with a hand axe, kind of like chopping out chunks or whatever, and just kind of like tossing them off to the side or whatever. And Yondas is kind of like,
Just watching us do this.
I'm pretty stealthy. I can hide something, but if you know, 'cause I know we're just kind of moving some of the parts away.
I mean, yeah, we don't want the bulk of the body to be here because that would be a long time of us trying to doctor it. So
Yeah, Yondas, maybe you could
Like
take
the
some of
large torso part, and I'll put that in the woods.
it's gross.
So, anyways, you do that, but I imagine you guys leave the coin and whatnot on these people because you want to make it look like, that it was animals. Cool. Yeah. Do you then immediately try to still going back up into the guard tower?
If I see them start heading to the guard tower, I'll be like, no, don't. Why are you going there? That's dumb.
I'd probably ask Leo. Actually, 'cause he said he works here, so.
All right. The might be pretty empty at this time. Might be able to stash you guys in there for now until it gets a little bit later.
Pull out a dagger, and I'm gonna point it. I'm pulling out a dagger, and I'm gonna point it at Leo. What's your game in this?
Can we not talk where there's a bunch of blood everywhere and we're standing next to it? If I wanted to do anything, I would have just sounded the alarm. I'm not going to fight you. I mean, and then he's just going to gesture to Rena and all her axes and go, nah, I'm not doing that.
That girl got a lot of axe.
Fine. Here, make it quick. Let's go.
So would the library be pretty empty at this time? Because it's like, that's administrative.
Yeah. Well, no, exactly. You don't want to waste tons of finances, money on lighting the place for people to do work. The candles are expensive, man. Have you been to war? Never mind. So you are going to try to make your way there. So you have a couple of options of how it is that you guys can get there. Obviously, you're
Fog cloud. I'm going to cast fog cloud.
Okay, well that makes things a lot easier.
He's really fog cloud.
No, my guy's not going to take chances. Not yet.
Okay. So do you intend to walk skim around, or just walk confidently through like you belong there?
It's only a 20-foot rate, so it's 40 feet.
Yep.
So what I'm going to try to do is get us to where it's like the busiest section would be, then use fog cloud and then beeline it, and then in the other areas try to act like we're just walking to work. Hey, we hang out here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can do exactly that, and just kind of again walk confidently. So why don't you do me a favor and roll me deception check? Oh, group deception. So whoever has the highest skill, and you can actually do it with advantage.
I got 5.
Deception 4.
Oh yeah, it's you, Leo.
And you can actually do it with advantage. Mm-hmm.
23.
Beautiful. You guys, the cloud there kind of covers most of the distance between where you need to go and whatnot, and you just like you said here, we belong here. We're going to blah 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 blah. And so you make your way over to the library itself. When you get there, you of course have a key to the library. Open it. You go walking in, and you guys go in there and shut the door. There's nobody here.
I lock it behind them and go, all right, that was awesome. That worked. All right, cool.
Now, I grab you and I take out my dagger again.
Dude. uh, look, we can help each other. Just have a seat. You guys want some wine? I know where there's some wine.
Giannis, if he really wanted to hurt us, I think he would have done it by now. Trust me when I say that I'm very familiar with this place.
With the library?
Not with the whole place, not just the library.
I didn't think of you as a raider, and I'll let him go. I'll put my dagger away.
Thanks. As he licks Serena. Do you guys want some wine? Have a seat. Have a seat. We should talk. Plus, we should wait until it gets a little darker. I mean, why would you guys come so early with that? When there's whatever. I'm sorry, Eddie.
The wine.
Yeah.
We're just like, okay. Yeah, I'll maybe. I think what I want to do is take the breastplate off. I know that that's gonna like make things a little harder for me, but I think in terms of being stealthy here, I'd rather have like more of a disguise. You know, with like
You gonna hide it?
like cloak.
Throw it on the table.
Maybe we we can hide it somewhere. I think.
Under a table.
Or yeah, maybe Leo has a place that I can just stash it. If we're still gonna play this stealthy, which I
mean, there's always that part of the library that no one goes to. Maybe just.
It's where the tax forms are. Ugh. We just put that off until April 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my biggest advantage is that so like worst case scenario, there might be at least one person who may recognize me.
They're dark and mysterious.
Obviously, Leo, you're a smart person. You understand what she's trying to allude to.
Yeah. I'm not in the room. I was getting them wine, so I thought they were just doing their little.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I thought you were kind of could overhear or whatever. The library's not huge either.
He's not like spying on them.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah, it was more stated to Yandis.
Okay, so Yandis, you ever respond?
I say, how dark and mysterious. Where's that wine?
Yeah, not too long after you bitch and moan. I'll come back in with 3 goblets of wine, and I'll hand them out. All right, cool, awesome. All right, so I need a favor, and I can help you out. So you help me, I help you, kind of thing.
Why don't you tell us what you want first?
I want big scary axe lady to wear this, and I'll go over to like this desk area and I'll pull out this cloak that has like it's old and it has like unique weird markings on it. Actually, Rena would probably know some of the colors because she's familiar with the area, right, Scott?
Very much so.
Yeah, so this coat is
so that she's been in every building, but she's been throughout this whole place many times. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I meant the cloak.
No,
No,
I know. Yep.
So I'll pull out the cloak, and it's and Leo will go. So I need to have someone cause a lot of distress and mayhem wearing this, and then I need to stash this in someone's bedroom because they're a dick, and I want to get rid of them.
Why didn't we just feed them instead of coyotes?
I mean, I don't want to kill them. I mean, we could, but I mean, if we can avoid that, we should.
If they bother you so much, why not just leave?
Because I have a job here, and I need to get promoted. So I don't know. Do you guys know a lot that's going on right now in Peredhel? Because a really big thing just happened, and
Busy. Why don't you fill us in?
Caught up. Yep.
all right. And I'll go over to my desk and I'll pull out the flyer, the community game flyer, guys, and hold it out, and I'll say, there's a huge war, I think, going on in the east that they're prepping for. Huge, like massive. They're gathering troops like crazy over in Daelric, and I need to go over there.
You want to go east to the war.
Oh, look at me. Look where I work. I'm not going to be in the war. But that's where the information is, and that's what I need. I need the information.
What is it that you need the information for exactly?
I got my secrets. You have yours?
Fuck, he's good.
I was like, oh, fair enough. If we're just doing this to get back at Sir Dick's for brain, then I'm in.
Yeah, I just need someone that can actually. I mean, if I wear it, it's not that intimidating. I'm not that intimidating, imposing of a force. But if someone like you tears up some area wearing it and they see it, they don't have to see your face. We can probably cover it up a little. I mean, I have a disguise kit, but I need to clean it first. But you know, and then we could take the cloak, throw it in his room. He'll probably get hung, but whatever, his problem.
I'll just kind of like cut him off and turn to Giannis. I'll look at him and then I'll look back at Leo and just say, "Can you give us a moment?"
Oh, sure. All right, cool. As I back up out the door slowly and going, "You're not gonna kill me, right? I mean,
No.
Oh, that wasn't. Okay, and he'll leave."
It's really suspicious. Who keeps
Yeah.
wine in the library? Doesn't make any sense.
Seems like he's got his own reasons, but how are we going to make this work for what we want to do? This is only one guy that he's trying to go after, and we are not doing that.
I mean, he seems genuine. He did help us.
Specifically, the person that you're having them go after, Josh, is the commander here, right?
No, it's just an administrator.
Oh, one of the administrators that work into the commander's office. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's blocking the paperwork.
Yep.
For him to. That's all.
Yep.
I'll just say, if we can get him to help us get to the commander, what's our game plan from there?
I actually don't remember why we're here.
Well, we're trying to get to the commander.
Well, why?
Because there's something fishy about him, more or less. You were told by that guy that appeared out of nowhere and disappeared again. And
That's
gave
right,
you
so
a bunch of magic items.
So Ophius wanted to kill him.
Ophius wanted to kill him, but you wanted to look into him.
We wanted to investigate.
Rena likes the idea of either killing him or at least destroying his career.
I
Well-
could be swayed one way or another, depending on what this guy has to say.
Look, if you do what he says, it'd probably buy me enough time to get in his office, maybe even find him. Find something.
I could do that. We'll play along with him.
All right. I just need to get I just need a few questions from him answered, and then I think we can I think it'll work.
Sounds good. Quick question for Scott. You said we can open the chest like once a day, right?
Correct. And you already opened it earlier today when you had pulled out the potions for what's his name to get ready with.
Okay. And another question, because I just thought of it. When I hurt my ankle, he said it was like poison, but he got me the thing in time.
There was two things that you needed to take. One of them was like a salve to like cover up the poison, almost like an antibiotic or something like that you put on it. And the other thing was supposed to be a medicine that you would take ingest, but he never got it out of the kit.
So my leg is like half rotting?
No. It just means that you get to make a save with advantage as opposed to just a normal save or automatically succeeding.
Okay, never mind.
Just don't ask what was on the branches.
I will not.
Feces.
Cool. Good to know.
Feces.
Come on, I gotta go to the river really quick. I'll be right
This is really shitty, guys, but
back for like 10 minutes. So okay, all right, then I'll just nod to Giannis and we'll say, we can bring him back now.
Sorry. It was like, he gave me the first medicine, but I really wanted number 2. Sorry, it's bad.
It is bad.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's on par with the channel, so it's good.
All right, cool.
It's on brand. Okay, so I'll walk over to the door that you like disappeared through and just kind of like bang on it like once or twice.
You hear a weasel squeak and then patter down the hallway. And then not too long after that, Leo will come back and he's like, I wasn't listening. I really wasn't listening. Don't. Oh, your axes. You have a lot. Why do you have so many axes?
Hey, it's fine.
sit down?
I'm gonna do what you asked me to do.
Cool. I didn't think that would work. All right, cool.
Hold your horses there. We actually we need another favor from you first.
Well, yeah. I owe you. If you're gonna do it, it's only fair. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Go for it.
So I'm trying to get into the commander's office.
Okay.
And then
It's-
maybe his living space.
And you want to do that tonight? His living space would probably be easier during the day. His office would be easier at night.
Well, that's where we're hoping the Rena battle axe distraction will come into play.
It's true. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. All right. I mean, I know where his office is. It actually is kind of convenient because where he stays, the person that I want to screw over, they're in their upper administration. They stay in the same building. So
Fantastic.
yeah. So I'd have to go to drop off the cloak. So I mean, if that's what you want, what do you want to do first?
Um,
Well, it's nearing nighttime, right?
Yeah, if you guys did your short rest here, which you haven't done yet, which is fine because you haven't used any post-short rest abilities yet. If you did your short rest here, you definitely be nighttime by the time you finished it. So you're welcome to just kind of sit here and assume this conversation was a part of it and just finish up your short rest. And this is important because if you want to spend any HD to heal your character because you were injured, that's fine. But because you are finishing your short rest, it does automatically end the aids that were put on your characters, which means your temporary health points go back to 0 and you lose the bonuses that you were getting for the while.
Can we start with the office?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Did you step in a trap? I heard them yelling. Did you?
Yes. I accidentally stepped in one of the traps on my way.
That sucks. That's not good. Scott, do I know what was on it or at all or?
Yeah. It literally is like more or less just fecal matter. The idea is that you just get the leg to rot so bad that somebody would have to, they would die from like filth fever or like have to get their leg amputated or whatever. Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks. I'm glad we hid the bodies with all the shit on it. Because they probably would have had something. There's like a medical tent here.
They're actually, it's not just a medical tent, but there's also like every guard station would have like a basic med kit that you can use.
Okay. So you guys, how about you guys stay here, relax a little bit. I can just walk to the guard station and maybe pick up something for you because, I mean, that's really shitty. What happened to your leg? Unless you don't care, then we can just go to the office. It's up to you.
Well, I guess, yeah, we could just finish up our short rest here. And then when he gets back, then that's when we head out. What do you think, Yondis?
Yeah, that should work.
Okay. So I'll be right back. If you need me, just I'll snap and the weasel will appear on the table. Just say something to the weasel, and I'll.
Totally wasn't listening. So anyways, you you make your way out. You can easily go over to where it is, grab up the kit or whatever you need to do. You can grab a full medical kit. It just has like a couple extra additions to it that a typical medical kit would have to counteract any like things. Because for instance, there are snakes that live in this region that perhaps don't live other places, so they wouldn't really have. Antivenoms are a really, really difficult thing to create. So and they only have a very short shelf life. So you would have kind of like a general antivenom as opposed to like a legit one for the snakes in this region that would exist here, kind of like an antitoxin in general. And you have a couple of other things too, like inside that kit, including a medicine that's help counter the filth fever. So you would go and grab that and come back, and they do the short rest. Are you guys spending any HD to heal your health points? I think Rena can spend one by just like whoop, press hit dice.
So going there and walking there, do I get considered a short rest or no? Is that too much?
Yeah. You're going there, coming back. They can get their short rest. Yeah. Are you talking about what your character's doing?
Yeah, what my character's
You're
doing.
fine. You can get the short rest too. I don't care.
I'll just do arcane recovery, get the spell slot back. That's all.
Yep, that's fine. So you get your you all get your short rest. You get that one spell slot back. Rena, you gonna plop that thing into chat?
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure what you're talking about.
So if you look at your character sheet, center top, you see your health points. Down below that, you see temporary health points. Down below that, to the left, you see hit dice. Click that.
Oh.
During a short rest, you can spend as many of these as you'd like. You rolled minimum. Luckily for you, you only have 2 health points missing. So you go back up to 19 health. However, your temporary health points drops back down to 0. Okay? So you're back to balance. But the important thing is your second wind and your action surge, which you used on the trip up here last session when you weren't here. Both of those are because you used those last time. They're back now. So yay, you have them back. Yay. Messy, were you injured or no?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Then just the two of you use your benefits. Short rest is over. It's nighttime. He comes back. He is able to provide for you the medication. You take it. Again, it's kind of like just a general antibiotic that's like slightly altered to be better for this medicine. It's got special herb or whatever inside of it, and it helps you out. Cool. Funny thing is, you guys one of your characters can add a medicine kit to your character sheet. But the important thing, don't just add a medicine. Whoever chooses to take it, don't just add a medicine kit. You can add filth fever, antitoxin, 4 more doses.
I would have just gave it to Rena the whole thing.
So Rena, you can drag and drop. Don't forget in the top right-hand corner of Roll20, over where the chat window is an eye inside of a dark circle. If you click that, right, medical or medi or whatever it is, you can drag and drop that kit onto your character sheet.
Okay.
And then underneath where it pops in, that's where you can hand type onto your inventory, filth, fever, antitoxin, and just have 4 of them. All right, cool. So when you guys finish getting that, you're gonna start making your way through the downtown, through the camp to the area that you're going to. Unless the plan is to have another sudden fog, what is a tactic to get from A to B?
All right. So you guys could just act like slaves.
They're not dressed in a way that works to be slaves. One's dressed like a commander, the other's dressed like a noble. Even if his clothes are torn up and suck.
Commander came off, she said.
Oh, you took your armor off?
Yeah, because I figured it would help.
Oh, that's right. And you said store it away in the library. He found a spot. You said all that. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
But you
Also,
still are dressed like a warrior, if not technically one of these guardsmen by any stretch. What were you saying, Rena?
I couldn't find the med kit.
Oh, let me see if I have. Did I? MEDI. If you type
medicine.
Oh yeah, that's proficiency is medicine. That's weird.
Yeah.
Medicine's a proficiency. Oh, it's the skill. MED.
I don't think it's in there.
Oh, that's weird. So just write med kit or medikit or medical kit on your character sheet. That's fine. All right, moving on. So you're, or maybe it's an herbalist kit.
An herbalism kit and a healer's kit.
Healer's kit. Healer's kit. Oh, it's a medicine check, but a healer's kit, which because in the old school it was a heal skill with a medicine kit, with a medical kit, which was
so just you specifically.
What do you do to get from A to B, guys? What's the plan?
Oh, I already had a healer's kit. Interesting.
But you didn't have a specialized one, so why don't we just have Messy add it onto his character sheet? You just be like, oh, I've got this one, and give it to him, and keep one for yourself, and then.
Okay. All right, then I'll just hand it.
Or just have 2.
Or whatever.
Too late. I already got it. Don't take backsies.
I'll keep it.
So, Leo pulls out the other book because he has 2 strapped, right? And then when he opens it, inside of it, it's a forgery kit. So there's like a little ink vial and all that stuff. And he goes, okay, it will take a little bit, but I could write up a document really quick to make it look like you two are new. Well, Rena, I mean, it makes more sense. You're a new recruit and you just haven't gotten your stuff yet. Yondis, you didn't tell me your name, so I don't know your name. You,
Yondis.
Thanks. I don't know, maybe a visiting dignitary? Maybe she's your bodyguard. I can write it up as that. I can write that you're a visiting dignitary and she's your acting bodyguard, and we can write like a voucher letter saying that you guys were coming and you have approval to be on the grounds or something like that. Does that sound good? And in that way, if someone stops, we can show them that, but it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna be fast.
How hard would it be for me to just stealth through this place?
It depends on how many guards there are in the region that you're going to. With it being nighttime, it's certainly, something that you can do. But, it's not going to be 1 check. I'll probably end up making you get in the entire way across 2 or 3 checks, depending how other things go.
Does he look like he'd pass off as like a visiting dignitary? His clothes you said were pretty worn.
Yeah, they're pretty worn and beat up and whatnot. So unless those were, changed, he looks like he'd be a passing dignitary that got scuffed up on the way. Attacked by bandits or the like.
I'm a crappy bodyguard.
I mean, it's not your job to stop him from falling into
Well, to be fair, Rena, when you hire a woman to protect you. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Do you have another cloak I could wear?
That's the only one I have with that specific.
Any cloak will do. If you have another.
I might be able to find one. Actually, there's a laundry place, right? That they have the slaves that do laundry in this little fort.
I mean, there are places for things to be laundered and whatnot, and there's also like where it is that people would like quartermaster area where you get your stuff as like a soldier. There's areas you can go to, no question. It's just not in the library. You have to travel here and travel there and travel there, which is fine. So, you have time. You have all night.
Yeah. So I know where we can go get some. I mean, we could go to the quartermaster, but that's not a good idea because there's always someone there asking for something. I know my sword's not sharp enough. But we could maybe go to a place that they do they launder clothes. It's not too far from here, and we can pick you up some clothes that might fit. Does that work?
Yeah, that should work.
We're gonna have to be sneaky though. Okay. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to be sneaky.
You can walk together. I'll follow. I'll trail.
Okay. Do you want me to write the document first before we leave here, or?
I was gonna follow you there. Wait, what document?
So I can
forge a document for us, saying that you were like a nobleman and I was your bodyguard.
Oh,
Or that I was a new recruit.
Yeah. The recruitment paperwork's easier, because we get tons of those people.
Yeah, that would work actually. Do that. Do a couple of recruitment papers.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna set up my forgery kit on a desk nearby, and I'm gonna start working on that.
Roll a check for it.
What mod?
I want to say charisma, but it makes more sense to do intelligence. Once
If
again,
he's just copying down a paper he's seen a million times.
yeah.
I'm rolling great.
Are you happy with your 10, or do you want to try again? I'm sorry, do you want to add a D4 to that?
It's you guys. This is your campaign.
Are you rolling 2 checks or 1 check for both?
It's 1 check for both. It's kind of the whole procedure.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of need this to work.
Yeah, use it.
All right. 13.
It's not terrible. You know what I mean? So you try to forge up the documents. They don't feel bulletproof. You actually finish the documents and you look at them and you're like, honestly, this is kind of a weak formation, but it's not like I have an endless supply of paper and inks, and God, I've already spent so much time working on this as it is. Moonlight's burning. So you get the papers together and maybe like a false smile at them, like, it's good. And like,
no, I can tell them honest to be like, hey, if the guards may not care, but anyone else, they look at this as they're going to read through it. This is really fast work.
Hopefully we won't need them.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, to the laundromat.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good name. We should call it that. As he walks in.
Matt at the.
It's I have Daddy's dice to counter that when I do my investigation checks later on, so it's all good. So,
Great.
So you guys start making your way towards the area where all the laundering and whatnot happens. So as you're making your as you're like heading down that direction, once again, are we doing the whole we got paperwork, we're just gonna walk and act like how we are, so on and so forth? Honestly, it's not like anybody's like really paying any minds to you. There's no reason for them to. You're just kind of like walking throughout the area. The issue is that you don't necessarily come off as either guard or slave. You come off as being a bit out there. So what I need from you, and this is once again kind of like a group flat roll deception check, just to kind of like come off as gray people, someone that's just kind of easily forgotten and ignored.
Yeah, I imagine we wouldn't walk in a super heavily populated or lit areas, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but for the people that might look up and notice at you, it's kind of like the idea is like doing the correct responses. Like for instance, I always say this: if you're in like the rural parts of Maine and you don't wave at somebody as you go past them, they think you're a rude douche, and you'll actually stand out in their mind. Versus if somebody that does wave, if you wave at somebody in say I don't know Boston, they're like, "What the fuck is the matter with that guy?" And you'll stand up. You know what I mean? So you roll me your deception check, and I think that's you again, Josh. I think you get to steal the show.
I have a question. If I can get Messy to roll it, but I can maybe roll performance, acting like I'm showing them around because they're new.
You know what? I will have you roll your performance to see if you give him advantage.
Okay.
And
24.
You too. I said it as a 15 in my head.
Speaking of 15.
So you guys actually don't seem to draw any eye or anything, that way. No passive investigations are spiked up from this crap. So people just kind of pay you no mind as you're traveling your way through over to the area where the laundering and whatnot happens. When you kind of pop in and once again they look at you and don't really pay any mind, you go over and you can just start kind of pointing out the clothing and whatnot for them to wear. You can actually see coming into the area where it is that, say, a servant would go to get their laundering is like a small little room. This place, remember, this is not meant to be a temporary establishment. These aren't like tent houses here. These are tent buildings. These are actual buildings that were constructed, even if not the most sturdy or best designed buildings. So you come in, there's actually like a room. You'd imagine it's like a solid, 8 by 12 room that has like a ton of different laundering for the servants, and then like 8 by 12 room that has like all the laundering for guards and different stuff like that. But then also like the downtime clothing that people would wear as well and stuff like that. So you can find the kind of like go into the correct room, grab what you want. As you're walking in there and trying to gather things, once again, people just don't really pay any mind to you. Just kind of like look up at you and and oh, we've got paper, and they just kind of like wave. You know what I mean? Like, you offered to show me the paperwork. I clearly don't want to see it. Had you not offered, and they let you grab the clothing that you're looking for. I believe it's specifically Rena that you're getting the clothes for.
Yondas.
Yondas, my apologies. Yep. So you grab the clothes for Yondas. There's not like a changing spot here, but much like if you've ever stayed at any camp place, you just kind of like, oh, it's nighttime, go outside, and go away, mosquitoes, and you just kind of like switch and putting it. Mosquito bite on my ass.
In the corner.
And then you get your clothing on or whatever, and it's kind of like it fits comfortably well. It's like going into, I don't know, like a Levi's. Had all the pant sizes organized for you, and had all the shirt sizes organized for you in the cubbies, which again makes sense because the Peredhel military is very, very organized. They don't want to waste time with somebody being, does this shirt fit? So
I think I'm a small.
Well, the sizes are average, beefy, and scrawny boy.
I think I'm scrawny.
Yeah. Scrawny boy.
Do they have they have like double A's? Can they have like scrawny? And
Yeah.
they're,
I don't have
like
any batteries.
double scrawny.
like skinny jeans?
Yeah.
Double scrawny.
They have pants for sticks.
So you get your you get dressed or whatever. Where are you heading to next?
They wanted to go to the office, I think he said.
Okay.
Right.
So then you're gonna head over to where the administrative area is with.
You just need Rena to cause a distraction, right?
Yeah, but we should do that after
After.
we're done.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Sure.
I
Yeah.
mean-
You're the boss.
I am. Hey.
So you're going to the commander's office.
Yeah, we're gonna head there.
Again, I don't need another deception check. You guys did a good job. You're making your way through there. You're kind of going to down pack what it is to do to get your way over to where it is that this office is. As you're approaching, one of the things that you notice, and it kind of stands out, most of the windows inside the building have light inside them. The place is mostly still lit up. You don't see movement or anything in there from, say, the 25 30 yards away you are as you're approaching. And you're like, whoa, guys. You're like you see, because obviously you know the building there, Josh, which building it is in Rena. All the lights are lit up, most of them.
There might still be people in there. I'm gonna look over to Yondis and Rena and go, anyone quiet enough that might be able to get up there and look in the window? I mean, I can. Actually, I can. And I snap and the weasel shows up and I can look through its eyes, but I'm gonna need to trust you're not gonna stab me while I'm doing it, right? Like,
Do it.
all right.
Hurt you.
So I'll just lean it back against the wall. My eyes will go solid white as he chants something in Perrin, and the weasel will run over and just look in the window to see if there's anyone in there.
Oh, you chanted in Perrin. All of us here understand that. Please, what does he say?
It's gibberish. It's like, ding a ding 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 ding. It's like, because it's like, what does the weasel see?
And with that, we're going to take a really quick break. Because, oh, wow. Wow.